mental. It's Nerdcore Central.
Welcome everyone to episode 4 of the Nerdcore Central Podcast. It is your host, Is That Frost, with my co-host.
What's poppin', y'all? Professor Kuro here, back with another episode of the Nerdcore Central Podcast. And today we got special guest. Who? Introduce yourself, King.
You already know who the fuck it is. It's your boy, Mr. Ahat. It's your boy, Dave. What's good, bro? You know I had the intro. You know I had to do the intro.
You
bro.
had to do it. Oh,
I
man.
had to do it, bro. But no, what's good, y'all? I'm here. Nah, I'm here with the homies. With the light-skinned warrior down below. My homie.
Light-skinned warrior. Let's go. Yes, sir. That is going to be...
And then we got Mr. Always Icy Frost. I'm
None of my wrist right now, but you know how it is.
It's in my veins because I'm built different.
Definitely.
Oh, man. I appreciate that. And for those of y'all that don't know, today is December 13th in the great year of destruction known as 2020. But we ain't talking about that. What's important is it is Deacon Diggz Past the Prophecy's birthday today. Can we get some hype? Can we get some happy birthday
to you?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. You got it.
Happy birthday. Yo.
Focus for the booth, bro. You don't want to lose.
You know what we do? We gotta put the soul in it out here. We can't be doing no weak birthday wishes.
Definitely,
No,
bro. Know what I mean?
All right, so how old you turning? Immortal? Cool. That's what's up.
I'm about the same age as Shao Kahn. Know what I mean, I've been
Right.
Ooh, I like that. That's smooth with it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get this ball rolling. We're gonna be hitting them hard hitting questions. Big J journalism. Are you ready, my brother?
Them hit hard
bro.
questions.
That's why I got the shades on, bro. So they can't look into the eyes and see the soul.
They can't see the lies because realize. We're gonna get into that.
You're right.
Bro. So this is something I always wonder as somebody that's trying to be a musician myself.
Word.
How do you decide either the style, tone, character, series? Just how do you decide? All right, cool. That's my next track. Because I would say, are one of the people with the most varied. I mean, like you have your Chip Skylar rap, your Bikini Bottom rap, the couple. Like you got a huge variety of songs in your catalog. So how do you go about deciding what song you'll tackle next or the next couple, if that?
Like for me, like I see, like when other people do it, they plan their drops out. Like I don't even do that. Most of my tracks, like when y'all heard the Chip Skylark track, that got made that day, and then I dropped it. Like I literally just be chilling most of the time, and like in the case of the Chip Skylark rap, I was chilling, right? I just so happened to see Philly Odd Parents come on, and I'm like, yo, has anybody ever flipped something for Chip Skylark, like in a hip hop way? Like I know people who covered the songs, like the Shiny Teeth and Me and all that, who like singers who covered the songs, but I never heard nobody rap about it. So I'm like, yo, and then one of my boys was like, yo, you should do a Chip Skylark rap, bro. I'm like, all right, bro, let me see if I can find the beat. I found the beat went with it. It took me maybe about, I want to say probably about a good 45 minutes to cook up the whole song and then mix it. Probably took like another 20 minutes to half an hour, and then boom. So I mostly operate like that. I really just be chilling, and then it's like I get a slap from God, like, bro, make this song. You got it, bro.
You said Tommy Divine Intervention.
Oh man.
Like it's either that or it depends on like if the beat has a certain vibe to it. Like say I get a beat with a lot of bounce or some groovy shit. I'm gonna think of a character who can fit the groove and bounce to the beat. Like I'm not gonna jump on a beat that's some smooth, vibey shit and talk about like a villain on who's like chaotic and psycho. I'm not gonna do that because it doesn't fit the character. So I'm gonna think of somebody like, I heard the beat, Chip Skylark, even though he a little extra, he got swag. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's do the Chip Skylark rap, and it is what it is. That's how I operate, though. I'm a little different than everybody else. I don't plan none of this out, bro. Trust me. Most of my tracks, unless it's a real big track I'm trying to come up with, like if it's a cypher or a huge collab or something like that, and even sometimes my collabs get made the day of or 2 days before. I really don't be planning shit out, bro. I'm unorthodox like that. I just be like, you know what? chilling down, eating a sandwich or something. I'm like, you know what, yo, this song could be dope. Let me hit the booth. That's
So
how.
what I'm hearing is the cap ain't a cap. You dead ass be hitting that ultra instinct type. All right, cool. I got the bars now. Let's just go with it, and then you just be rocking.
Facts, bro. No bullshit at all, bro.
That's respect. That's respect.
Yeah, man. There's some artistic beauty in just letting it come to you instead of, forcing it or whatever.
Yeah, like, and to further elaborate on this question, because he said like he's an artist himself, and I listened to Kuro. Like, one of the biggest things I can give like advice to anybody searching to write, like you just said, first let it come to you. Do not force write. Do not force write your tracks
Thanks.
because other people like myself or anybody else who does reaction videos, they're gonna hear the force in either the delivery, the lyrics, or like the cadence or flow. They'll hear the force. They'll hear like, all right, bro, we could tell you just threw this out because you either wanted a track out, you wanted to get recognition, whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah. Take that to heart.
Word.
We had a question in the Discord. This one from Breton Boy, actually.
He's breaking.
Former
Hey!
guest, friend of the show. He asked, have you always considered yourself a nerdcore artist?
Not really. Like when you look up like my history of music, like I probably got maybe 30 to 45 nerdcore songs. The other 200 to 300 are like variety. Like I can't even get like it's stuff about the streets because I'm not proud of it, but I grew up in the hood. So you'll hear stuff about that. You'll hear you'll hear a lot of love songs. You'll hear songs about like inspirational songs about me trying to build up communities and build up people, especially build up my black people. You'll hear a lot of shit like that. You'll hear the nerdcore shit, but you have to search for it. That's the thing. Like I'm a nerdcore artist when people like categorize me as, but it's nowhere near most of my material. Nowhere near.
Yeah, makes sense. I think you can hear that in the music though. Because like there's definitely a difference in the scene between people who maybe like come from other music into nerdcore or come or grow up in hip hop and then, add the nerdiness to it or whatever. Or sometimes it can be just all at the same time. And I feel like those people you can just tell by listening.
Yeah, like, bruh. Honestly, I got into the nerdcore rapping because when I first started rapping, and I guess the little fan base I had at the time, people was like, "Wait, Diggz, why haven't you anime rapped before?" I was like, "I don't know." It was like, "Motherfucker, you know all these anime, you know all this anime, and you don't anime rap?" I was like, "All right, I'll give it a shot." And my first anime rap was the Child of Prophecy Naruto track. I did that probably in 2016, 2015 or something like that. And then people was like, bruh, this shit fire. And I was like, all right, if y'all want more anime rap, I got y'all. So and then I just started cooking shit because the fans wanted to hear it. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the anime rap, but when it was the fans who really pushed me to be like, yo, Diggz, we want to hear it. And I fuck with my fans heavy, even if it's 2 or 200 people. So I was like, all right, I got y'all. And I did the track.
Is that kind of the basis? Because I know you've spoken out before about how there's different ways to rap. Like you could rap for yourself, you could rap for your community, you could rap for your fans, you could rap for other rappers. Is that kind of the start of where that mentality and philosophy came from?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, because it's like with the whole anime raps and all that, I never like really wanted to do it for myself because I've seen the whole boxing people in and trying to put them on one spectrum, and I'm like, yo, I'm nothing like that. And at the time when I first started doing it, I wasn't thinking like how I think now when I anime rap. It was straight forward with it, like what you expect from a normal anime rap. And then I thought about it, was like, all right, yo, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this my way. Like I'm not gonna jump in, I'm not gonna copy anybody's style, I'm not gonna try to steal ideas from people. If I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna do it to the point that when you hear an anime rap from Diggz, you know whether my voice is distinctive or not. You know, like, all right, bro, you can tell this Diggz just by how he approached this track. Nobody does this in this way.
I confirm you succeeded with that. Can confirm.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope so. I hope it worked for the people. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be me. I mean, at the end of the day, we all nerds, we all weebs, whatever fucking word people want to use.
Right.
I mean, I honestly don't like the word weeb. I take nerd over weeb, but that's just me. We all nerds at the end of the day, but you still want to have some sense of like your own presence and
Mhm.
individuality with the things you're doing. You don't want to be you don't want to be a copycat, like a mirror image of somebody else who probably influenced you in the anime rap community. And to me, I mean, it's cool if other people want to do that. That's not how I roll.
Yeah,
Respect.
respect.
So speaking
Shout
of
out
the
to Brian
music,
for that question.
yeah,
You
shout
said
out
Shout
to
out Breton.
I just seen somebody in the what's the name? I've never seen Diggz face. Bro, I literally have music videos out. If you like, literally.
Bro, that'd be some of the. I'm not even gonna lie. That'd be some of the funny. They'd be like, "Yo, Savvy, when you gonna do a face reveal?" I'm like, "She got a whole ass Facebook." There
And on
are
Instagram.
multiple platforms that show people's faces. They just don't even realize it.
And
yeah.
her whole Instagram shows her face. Like she had her marriage pictures and all that up there. It's like
Mhm.
Facts.
you want to see the extra content as a fan. This is not just for me. This is me talking to fans of anybody. You want to see the extra content. You just got to follow people on everything. You don't know where they're going to post their extra content at. Some people only post links and music related things on Twitter, and they save the more personal shit for maybe Facebook, IG, Snapchat, whatever the hell they at. You just
Yeah.
gotta follow the multiple platforms. That's what it is. That's if you really want to connect with an artist or whoever the hell you're trying to get to know better, you really just gotta pay attention. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I think questions like that is kind of part of why I wanted to start this whole Nerdcore Central podcast thing, because like a lot of fans, they just get the music, but nowadays people want a lot more. They want to know the artist, they want the personality and all of that that comes with it. And I'm hoping, like, as this is a platform, we can help introduce artists more than just their music and who they actually are.
Yeah, and yo, big ups to y'all for that, bro. Because I mean that I know it take a lot out of y'all days to keep scheduling this, to try to come up with the questions to ask, to even get the person to do it. Like I'm sure y'all probably, I don't know if y'all had this problem yet, but I'm sure y'all probably asked somebody where they was probably too busy to do it. So then y'all got to reschedule, or y'all got to find somebody else to fill a gap. Like I said, big ups to y'all. That's a lot of work.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And I'll be honest, it's hella fun because at the end of the day, we get to kick it with homies.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, that's the best part of it, bro. You feel me?
As they say, if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life. And I'm trying to never work.
Yeah, you're never trying to work, or you're trying to work where it's fun. Like nobody
100%.
nobody wants to wake up, clock in, or whatever the hell you call it, and feel like, why the fuck am I here, bro? Like,
It's true. It's true.
All right, so I wanted to talk about the music. Are you the
The
king?
music.
Are you
The
the king of waifu rap? Because it kind of looks like it. With
I knew it was coming.
Big body question, baby.
So go ahead. My fault. I ain't hear you. My bad. Go ahead. Repeat that.
I'm asking you if you are the king of waifu rap. Because to me, you might be.
Am I? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I really don't know, because I don't want to like give myself the title that I believe that's a little bit too asshole-ish. I'm an asshole, but I ain't an asshole on that level. Especially since I don't know everybody's like catalog here. I don't know who's done waifu raps before, or if they have them in their backlog or archive of tracks. I don't know. All I know is when I decided to do it, I researched it. I didn't see most of them, and if I did see them, they was in Spanish. So I was like, you know what? And I kind of fuck with waifus more than anything in anime. So I'm like, you know what? Let's kick it. So I don't know. I wouldn't call myself the king. I guess other people might call me that, or other people might say I popularized it. It depends though, but I'll leave that to them. All I know is I like doing the tracks. I like doing the waifu tracks. I like bringing a different type of energy to the nerdcore. What's the name? Especially since especially when you hear tracks geared on women, you don't hear it in a certain way. You hear it as the same as if you would do a track about a male character. You hear them talking about their powers and all that. Oh, she's son. You don't hear nobody talking about as if you really met this chick, would you really like her, or you relate the chick to say if you're in a relationship. Every waifu track I do, I relate to my girl. That's why the song sounds so personal.
Yeah.
So,
That's respect.
yeah, that's why I started doing it. I'm like, yo, let me give a different energy and a different swag to this type of like genre of doing anime, right? Because it's to me, waifu rapping is like a sub genre of nerdcore. So I'm like, and I heard the tracks I think one of the first tracks I've ever heard somebody hear like male here do for like a female character was when Schwabity did something for who was it? I think Robin. I think it was when he did the track for Robin, and I was like, yo, this is dope. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, yo, how would I go about doing this, right? And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go about it doing it. I'm gonna do the waifu rap, like I'm gonna rap about a female character, but I'm not gonna rap about it as if I was her or if I understand. No, we're gonna do this a whole different way. Let's bring some love to this situation. I mean, let's get the ladies like, hey, somebody out here.
Okay.
He said, "Let me Diggzify it real quick. Let me put a little sauce on it."
You already know, bro.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we're gonna put you on the Mount Rushmore at least. If we're not
gonna I'll crown you. I'll straight up. I'll give you the crown right now.
I mean, I appreciate it.
There's a couple of princes. There's a couple of people that are dipping that foot. But right now you got the Ultra Instinct cap. I'm gonna give you the crown.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it if people do like crown me as the king or the whatever the fuck you want to call me a waifu raps. It is me. Most thing is, I hope they like the tracks. That's all I care about. Everything else, that the politics that come with it, like yo, Diggz, yo, nobody else, like you're the best with that. I don't give a fuck about that. Did you enjoy the track?
Did you fuck with it? No, that's respect. I mean, listen, when you make a rap about Yoruichi who's thicker than a Snicker, then you you gotta run that up.
Bruh, I hope they do her right in the blood art, the blood war art, bro. If they don't put the thickness that's in the manga in that anime, bro, I'm gonna be dead.
When we get to anime news, we might have to come back to that conversation because we could delve into that a lot. But so brought this up before about how kind of your creative process is very much spur of the moment, more inspiration, kind of just now I'm ready to work, this is the song. Or when you're invited to a cipher, you usually write it closer to the cipher due date, correct?
It depends. Almost every cipher I've been asked to was last minute. Like literally, like I'll get hit up and it's to me it's not a problem, but some people think it's a little bit fucked up. Like, yo, why I ain't just asked Diggz from the jump? To me, ask me when you ask me, bro. I'm always ready. But most of the ciphers I've been in, probably except the Shonen Villain cipher, because I got Rusty hit me up with that immediately. So, and he even said, yo, bro, take it. You don't have to rush. Take your time. Like, it's cool. Like, but the first cipher everybody heard me in, or the second one, because the first one they probably heard me in was the DBZ Villain cipher. And even when I got hit with that, I got hit with it kind of late by Game Boy Jones. He was like, yo, he realized he needs somebody for Whis. He hit me up. He was like, yo, I need this probably by, I think he gave me like a week. And then I sent it to him like the next day. I was like, all right, cool, bro, done. And then, then like a month later, Game Boy Jones inboxes me again, like, yo, bruh, I need you for a Shonen Jump cipher. I'm like, for who? And he was like, for my boy Rusted. And crazy thing is, I didn't even know who the hell Rusted was at the time. Like, that's how unfamiliar I am with a lot of shit, bro. I didn't even know who Rusted was at the time. He just was like, bro, he was like, I know you've seen Food Boys, Diggz. I was like, I damn near seen everything. So yeah, I can write that. He was like, yeah, all I need is 8 bars, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna give Rusted your Twitter page, and he'll inbox you with the beat and the rules and all this other extra shit. So then Rusted hits me up like, yeah, bro, thank you. I really need the verse. I need it by I think he hit me up on a Wednesday. I need it by Saturday. I'm like, all right, cool. 2 hours later, bro, here. And he was like, really? Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Like, so it was like, bruh. I'm like, and then that's when you see all the reaction videos, like, yo, Diggz did this in 2 hours, bro. I laugh at that shit every time, bro.
I don't blame you. You had one of the most quotable lines in the year in a 2-hour. Man, that's an extended lunch break, and you dropped the whole verse recorded and everything. That's crazy.
Bruh, it was light work, bruh. That shit was, like I say, once I asked him, I said, yo, how many bars? 8? I said, 8? Only 8. He was like, Rustis was like, yeah. All right. 2 hours later, boom. Like,
He said before the phone call was over, I already had 4 bars written down.
bruh, and half of that verse was freestyle. As soon as he, I got out the DM with him, I listened to the beat, and I came up with the first 4 bars. Yo, it's the anime Raekwon, the chef. That part was all freestyle. That was me just vibing to the beat, and I kept the lyrics. Like, I like how that sounds. I'm gonna throw that in. Then I wrote the last 4. We was done.
Yo,
Nice.
that's hella impressive. I'm not gonna lie, I was hella geeked when you had the Wu-Tang reference. I was hella geeked because I'm like, yes. That's all. I heard that. I'm like, yeah, that's the dude right there.
Bro, I honestly didn't think nobody was gonna get that reference, bro. I thought it was just gonna fly over people's heads. Like, I was like, all right, but then I seen a couple reaction videos, especially the one from Screw, and he took the shades off, and I'm like, all right, so I was like, it ain't just nerds here, it's motherfuckers who actually know rap. Like, so I was happy as hell when people got that line over the whole, yo, he said the bitch busting from the meat, yada yada yada.
That line done took over the internet in ways I had never seen before.
Because it's wild. It's a wild, and I guess the shock value of an anime or nerdcore artist saying some wild shit like that probably had everybody like, wait, bring that back.
He said, I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. So would you say that, strictly talking ciphers or features, would you say that is the quickest verse you've ever gotten back to somebody for a collaborative project?
Yeah, probably, and only honestly, it would have been quicker if I ain't go get something to eat. When I left, let me give you the details, because everybody thinks I got the verse done in 2 hours. No, he got the verse back from me in 2 hours. I finished the verse in 15 minutes, went to get something to eat, chilled for a minute, came back, then sent him the verse. I could have immediately sent it to him when I was done, but I was like, you know what? I said, I got to say, I'm about to go get me something to eat. Came back, and then I was like, yeah, let me just get the shit out of the way. So he went in 15 minutes if I wasn't hungry. So I ran to the store and all that shit first, and then came back, ate, and was like, you know what? Food in my mouth, I'm going to spend the verse. Like, fuck it. And I said the verse.
That's comedy. This man said, I was rapping about Soma, so I got hungry. I, got me a sandwich, nice little snap on the side. I was chilling.
That ass, bro. Sandwich, bag of chips, iced tea, all that, bro. I was chilling.
Go. I know the move.
This man said extended lunch break, and then literally took a lunch break.
Yeah, right. I thought I was just trolling. Turns out not hockey. I saw that happening.
Hey man, it happens, bro. I be like I said, bro. That's just my natural aura, bro. I be chilling, bro. There ain't much shit I give a fuck about, so I just be. It is what it is.
I respect it.
Respect. All right, so the people want to know, and the people need to know the origin of the Diggz ad lib. I
mean, I should have guessed that was gonna come up. Well, it actually happened by mistake. That ad lib actually happened by mistake. It was one time where I used to do Freestyle Fridays on my SoundCloud, like back in 2015, 2016, or some shit like that. And at the time, this was before I was mixing and mastering myself. I had my boy Fabian was my engineer, and I said, play any beat, bro. I said, play any beat, and I'm gonna just go off on it, bro. He was like, yo, freestyle, you spit some range. I said, I'm gonna go straight off the top of my head, play any beat. So I'm in the studio, I'm waiting for him to play a beat, and I forgot the exact beat that this motherfucker played, but it was something that had me like, wait, huh? And I was like, what the fuck is this? And when he played the track back after I finished like freestyling, he kept the in the track. And I was like, you know what? I'm using that shit from now on, bro. And every track after that, whether it was me before I rap or as an ad lib, you'll basically hear That's basically how it happened. So it was a mistake.
Wow. That I did not expect that story.
Yo, it is what it is, bro. It works though, bro.
I made a noise, the producer kept it, and then I kept it too.
Bruh, it's just like I'm trying to remember right now exactly what beat it was, but he played me some bullshit. I guess he thought he was trying to be an asshole that day. He played some bullshit while I was in the booth, and I was like, I said, what the fuck is this, bro? And then I listened back to the track. He kept that shit in there as the intro to the track. And I was like, bro, that shit sound fire. I'm keeping that.
Yo, whatever producer that is, yo, shouts out to you for being an asshole. You birthed one of the best ad-libs in the community.
Bruh. Still to this day, because I mean, I no longer record at his studio because I mix and master myself now, but he's still one of the homies. So I hit him up and tell him that his mistake is loved by people. He'd be like, man, y'all motherfuckers crazy. I should have deleted that bullshit. I said, you kept it, motherfucker. So it's your fault.
You done fucked up now. Oh man. So you brought it up a little bit, but so is this definitively true? First cipher experience, was that the Dragon Ball cipher with Game Boy Jones in the community? If you had a cipher experience outside of the community, we'd also love to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, first cipher experience in the YouTube community was definitely the Game Boy Jones one, where quote unquote Thug Weiss, where I was Thug Weiss. Basically, that was the first one. Outside the community,
He was a savage Weiss.
Yo, bro, if you heard the verse, bro, it was everybody expect Weiss to be calm and all. I was savage, bro. I ain't give a fuck.
Why are we so aggressive? Hold up.
Bro, and Game Boy Jones loved it. He was like, yo, this shit is funny as hell, bro. But besides that, cipher experiences, like I already had my own Dragon Ball cipher before that. I was in 2 Nintendo ciphers. I was in a Smash Brothers cipher. I was in a couple of ciphers before that. So it wasn't my first like run at this. It just was the first time any of y'all got the chance to hit me. So, and I was like, and it was my first time working with, besides who was on that Dragon Ball cipher, the only 2 people I was familiar working with was Kick Flames and Grayson. Everybody else, I have no idea who the fuck none of these people were. I just was like, all right, cool. I'm a bump it.
Of all the ciphers you've been on, and you could take this question one of 2 ways. Which is the one you had the most fun with, or your favorite verse that you've made for a cipher thus far?
That's a good ass question. The one I probably had the most fun with was probably the Pilaf verse for the Dragon Ball villain cipher. Reason why? Because I already knew I was given this piece of trash ass motherfucker I gotta rap about. So I was like, you know what? Let's make this lit as fucking possible to the point that I'm gonna make somebody like this motherfucking character. So I'm not about to sit up here and act sad about it because I ain't get like Broly or somebody like that. I was like, you know what? We're gonna make this motherfucker lit. So I just had as much fun as possible with the verse. My best verse though from a cipher, I really don't know. I would want to say the Soma shit, because the Soma shit, besides the busting the meat, the shit literally had bars in there. It's just
100%.
Bars just get lost behind the busting from the meat line.
Oh no. I'm the anime Raekwon, the chef baby stay calm. You can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen, get a day job. All right, do we need to go to Kuro busting it? Do I need to reaction this shit right now to let y'all understand? I don't think hold on. We derailed. I don't think y'all understand just how truly fire that fucking verse was, okay? That scheme of I'm the anime Raekwon carries to the end of the first 4 bars, okay? He kept that going. And then the next 4 bars, man, I'm sorry.
he about to break it down for all you.
Especially the Chef Boy RD line. That's one of my lines I done cooked. I was like, bruh. I was like, and then people caught the lines. I was like, all right. So I would probably say that's probably one of my better verse. It's probably not my best verse. I really can't remember every cipher I've been on at the moment. It's probably not my best verse, but in my opinion, it's one of my better verses. It just gets
That's
lost.
fair.
It gets lost in translation because everybody loves the fucking busting from the meat line. Only further got lost in translation when Savvy remade the busting from the meat line. So I was like, alright, yo.
Oh, that line is gonna stand. At least you know that that verse will always be remembered, and that line will stand the test of time.
Hey, I'm happy about it, bro. You don't see me complaining. I think I laugh every time somebody like I've literally had people inbox me, and instead of first saying "Yo, what up, Diggz," they literally start with that fucking line. I'm like, y'all are crazy, bro.
Diggz fans are special fans, man.
Bro, I'm with it, bro. It don't bother me at all, bro. I'm with it.
That's it.
Oh,
Speaking of the fans, so in you and Savvy had the Food Wars rap where she featured, and the fans got a little weird, man.
Little bit.
Y'all had a bit of a shipping experience, despite both of you being in separate loving
Actual
relationships. Yeah. So like, what was that like, man? It's just got to be weird. Getting, I guess, like shipped with like a whole ass other human.
Bro, what makes it was weird, but what makes it even weirder is like, yo, prior to me and Savvy doing that song, me and Savvy spoke one time, literally one time, and that was the time when she inboxed me about asking about the whole like, yo, why everybody thinks I dissed you and all that. When she was explaining about her Shonen Jump 2 cipher, that's the first time she actually spoke to me, and then we do the song. Now I mean, because to try to give the fans like the shit they want, we do the song, and somebody inboxes me on IG like, hey man, bro, do you like Savvy? I'm like, as what, an artist? Do I like a style? Like, bro, I'm thinking like this is a vague ass question. What are you asking? He was like, no, do you like her as a girlfriend? I was like, bro, she's married, and on top of that, I already have a girl. So I'm like, you wildin', pimpy. Oh, okay. I'm like, and then I see the shit in the comments of the Thanksgiving songs. Like, yo, I ship them. Savvy and Diggz have such great chemistry together. It sounds like they really fuck with each other. Yada yada yada. I'm like, yo, y'all wildin'. Like, I said, I'm like, she recently got married like only a month ago. I said, this is hella disrespectful, not only to my girl, but to her newlywed husband. I said, this is disrespectful as hell. I said, y'all wildin'. And I think that's the first time in the community everybody see me like in a more like, yo, bro, y'all need to chill with this bullshit. Like, chill, bro.
Yeah, man. The fans can get weird sometimes. Like, we love you guys. Y'all just gotta hold it down. You gotta calm down sometimes.
It's a moment of they forget that as much as we all artists, content creators, streamers, and all that, you know we people too, right? Like, we have anime character that you can innocently ship, and they'd be like, oh, this is like, nah, hold on, now I gotta talk to my husband. Like, babe, they ain't nothing. It's just fans being crazy, and then now you gotta talk to your like, babe, they ain't nothing. Fans just being crazy, and then like there's a whole other aspect to it that people just genuinely forget.
Yeah, luckily my girl was cool about it. She just said, them motherfuckers weird. And I was like, yeah, very, very weird. She wasn't ticked about it in my case. She was ticked about it that they didn't even try to like to even think like, wait, we shouldn't do this. We don't know if, and mind you, they probably knew Savvy was married, but they didn't even know whether I was in a relationship, but not to just randomly ship me with somebody who I just recently met. And then Savvy told me she gets shipped literally with everybody. And I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up.
That's
I'm like,
weird.
yo, and I see why she has like putting out material, doing songs. It's depressing as fuck that she can't even make a song or be in a cipher without somebody be like, yo, how many people in this cipher has Savvy smashed? Like, come on, bro. That shit is disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's not.
bro.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not the way.
That's not the energy that's not the energy of the vibe that's supposed to be coming out when it comes to music and artists collabing together.
Yeah, bro, like that's not the answer, Chief. And when she told me that, after she told me that, that's exactly when I made the tweet. Like, yo, y'all need to chill with this bullshit, bro. Especially when it comes to the female artists here. Like, stop, bro.
Fact.
Yeah, we only got a couple female artists in the scene, so like you gotta you got to make sure they stay if you want them here. You know, you got to treat them right.
Ciphers, plot twist. Ciphers have female characters, and we need female be fair and respectful, homie.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. My thing is, I look at it like this. It's you. I ain't got a problem with them simping for them. It is what it is. You gonna like who you like it, but at least respect them. Like,
yeah, 100%.
All you want. That's on you. Just at least have some respect at the end of the goddamn day. Don't make them feel weirded out. Don't make them feel like, oh wow, like another fucking community where we can't be artists. We have to be looked at in a certain way because we're women. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I love making songs with most of the women here. Please do not make them feel like don't make them feel uncomfortable here. That shit's not cool.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Speaking of other artists and people that we're close and friends with, so one of them I haven't. So from Twitter, I can assume. How long have you known Shara? Because y'all on Twitter is a whole ass fucking meme, bro. Y'all be, I swear to, I'm talking. I get the oval Redenbacher popcorn, and y'all just be having me rolling.
I would say I probably know Shara a little bit longer. By a little bit longer, I probably mean like maybe a few months longer than I know Grayson. I met Shara probably like in the middle of 2014. And at first it wasn't like this. At first, it really wasn't like this. It was on some yo, what up, chilling and all this other stuff. And then we just got cool out of nowhere. And if y'all think the Twitter shit is crazy, y'all haven't seen the long ass fucking trends of fucking comments between me and her on Facebook. It's if we could find the old comments, y'all would be like, yo, y'all fucking crazy. But no, me and Shara, and then the shit just got worse when we both did Team Backpack, and I met her for the first time, and that shit just made shit worse because everything that happens online was the same way in real life. We fucking assholes and all this
homies.
And I still want to point to her. You know who was about to win that Mario Party game. Don't even bullshit.
Oh man, that shot's fired. That shot's fired.
You gotta clip Shara being called out.
Yeah, but me and Shara are cool as hell. Like, it's like, even when it comes to like the non-goofy shit, like she'll inbox me certain shit, ask advice on, or just to talk, or just to hear her out. And same goes for me, vice versa. We just cool like that. And as you can see, the asshole, or I guess gets put on page. It gets put on Twitter like that. So it is what it is. And the same shit has happened with her. A lot of people have shit me with her. And like, yo, Diggz, you fuck with Shara like that? I'm like, yo, me and Shara just cool, bro. Chill.
Yeah. They forget that you could be same gender, opposite gender, no gender, and still be friends. What? Crazy.
Yo, wild.
What?
I don't know.
Wild. Yo, I don't got enough hair to understand that concept. That's crazy.
I get it. I get it. I have thousands of sexual lyrics. It doesn't mean I'm trying to dive in every chick like swimming. It's like, relax. Like,
it's music. It's music.
and then going off of that, how long have you known Game Boy Jones, or was that Cypher the first time that you had any interaction with Lord GBJ?
No, Game Boy. I actually met Game Boy probably in like, I want to say maybe 2017 or 2018. So 2 years prior to anybody really hearing me here. And we never did no tracks or nothing together. We just, like, I met him on Facebook. We just was cool on Facebook. I don't know how he met me. Maybe a wild ass post got shared and he was like, this fucking retarded, like, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I don't know what made him like get a whiff of me and all this other stuff. But then my boy Diggz did a track with him because they both from Ohio. And I was like, yo, this motherfucker nice. I think it was a track about Black Panther, if I remember right.
Ooh.
Yo, this motherfucker's nice. So now, I mean, I hit him up like, yo, I fuck with the song, yada, 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 this, that, and third. Then friend request got sent. And then from there, just was chilling. And then, like you just mentioned, one day out of nowhere, he just hit me up like, yo, I need somebody to be on the track. And this was before the Dragon Ball Cypher. The first track I actually was on with him was an Attack on Titan rap. He hit me up like, yo, is there anybody else? Like, he made a post like, is there anybody here can rap about anime and who has deep anime knowledge. I raised my hand like the smart kid in the front of the class, like I got it, bro, if you need it.
He said, "Shoot."
I got you.
He said the beat, and then typical Diggz fashion, he got the verse back like in 3 hours. I was like, yeah, bro. And
Oh,
then
was it dinner this time? Did you make dinner this time and then send him the verse?
yeah, I'm not dinner this time. I had to whip up some tea and
Right.
then I sent the shit to him. And then he was like, and I was like, wait, I can cook up the AMV too. So I made the AMV, and then he dropped the track. So yeah, it was a little bit different when I met him. I don't even know how he got in touch with me. I know I found him through one of my boys that he did a song with.
That's what's up. Hey man,
Cool.
sometimes you can't see how the stars connect, but they do.
Facts.
So we know you make AMVs, but sometimes you also get editors to do it for you. Is there like a balance that you're trying to hit, or is it just like whenever you have time, or how does that decision
Yeah,
get made?
I mean, usually if I got the time to do it, I'll just do my own AMVs. But if like I'm so unpredictable with doing tracks, like say I did the track, like I usually drop on Saturday. Sometimes I've done the track on Friday, finished it on Friday, and I'll probably just I'll hit up K2, I'll hit up anybody. Like I'll hit up Jaden, I'll hit up any and be like, yo, can you cook this up immediately? I would do it myself, but especially when I was I had school at the time. I'm like, yo, I can't cook up the AMV. I got to take this test. I got to do whatever. So, and then I ain't got no problem paying anybody to do it. So I'm like, yo, bro, if you could cook it up, tell me your price. I'll pay you whatever the case is, and they just send it back to me. Cool. I usually don't do my own AMVs when I don't have the time. If I got the time, I'll just always do it myself.
Makes sense.
And do you ever do others AMVs?
Yeah, I've done who here have I done? I've done Chris Craig's first anime track, the Bakugo. I'm a go. I did that. I did shit, it was a couple of people. What the it's your boy Chaos. I did his Freezer rap. I did like it's like a good 6 or 7 people. I can't remember all off the top of my head, but I've done like 6 or 7 videos you guys have seen from, and one cipher, I believe. I don't remember which cipher it was, but I did one of the ciphers as well too.
That's what's up. Yeah. And maybe we might collab on an AMV. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got you.
Yes, sir. By the way, Grayson was just in the background, just like mine.
Here you go. But bro, Grayson, I've done AMVs for you before anybody even knew who the fuck we were. So that's a whole different story.
He said we old guard with it. We old guard with it.
I did AMVs for you when your name was Maverick, bro. So that's a whole.
He said before
you
the
Grayson.
Nightwing. He said before all the name changes.
Before you pulled out the twin nightsticks, bro. It's a whole different ball game, bro.
All right, so we're gonna get into some news. I know Professor Kuro over here has some strong opinions about it, but the Game Awards was a few days ago. How you feeling? You watch them? You care? Do you not care?
I watched it and it was, it was disappointing. Like, disappointing as fuck. So I'm gonna just let y'all get into whatever. See, he had to put the shades on.
He trying to
Block out the hate. I'm trying to block out the hate.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, it is what it is, though. It's just typical to me. It just sounds like typical bias, popularity bullshit. Because let's get to the main topic. We all know Ghost of Tsushima should have won that fucking game of the year.
Facts. You said it.
We all know.
The true Deacon Diggz spit that shit.
We all know that shit should have won. So when I heard it didn't win, because I believe I was at work at the time, and somebody texted me the news. They was like, "Hey, Last of Us won." I said, "What?" I said,
Last of who?
What? And they was like, "What?" And they was like, "Game of the year." I said, "Nah, bro." I said that's some bullshit, bro. So, bro, but I'm used to it with award shows. With anything award shows, game awards, Grammys, there's always some biased bullshit that goes on. So I looked at it as like, fuck
it was disheartening because the first time I ever watched the Game Awards was the 2018. And in the 2018 Game Awards, it was actually a really good award show. Like that was the year that you had God of War, Red Dead 2, Spider-Man, Persona 5. Like you had real competition, and different games were winning different awards. I think God of War won Game of the Year, but Red Dead won art. Like you have all these games that are actually competing and they're winning different awards.
Yeah.
And then you get this year, and you got a hot dookie game. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, come at me. Send me all the smoke. Last of Us 2 was big trash. One of the worst revenge plots I've ever seen in my life.
That shit was trash.
Big ass. And then you realize who's on the voting jury. What culture, gaming culture, Vice, like all these companies, and they were all just on the teat of Sony. 10 out of 10 game. We see nothing. The only award that I my mind was changed. The only award that I will definitively agree was well deserved by The Last of Us 2 was the innovation and accessibility. Because that game, they gave so many settings that literally Neji Hyuga, no Byakugan, could play Last of Us 2. That is just how accessible they made that game. So that, I believe, was a very fair award. Everything else, and then obviously, in this house we represent Lauren Bailey, so I can't hate on that too much. But there were still a lot of other awards that should have and could have won. And when you look at who the fans voted for, the fan vote for Game of the Year was Ghost of Tsushima.
It should have been Ghost of Tsushima.
That should tell you something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bruh, like the fans are the ones buying and playing the fucking game. Like, how? Like, what? Like, I was like, bruh. Like I said, I just chalked it up to typical award bias. I'm like, this happens all the time. Fuck it.
True.
Yeah. When I saw that it was 10% fans and 90% journalists, I was like, what? Why? Why would it be why would it be 90% journalists? Fans and journalists almost never agree on shit. At least make it 50-50. 90-10? That's crazy.
Always some bullshit like that. Like with this year's Grammys and how The Weeknd doesn't have one.
Not a nomination? Are you serious? That is insane.
After the year he had, not one? Like, yeah, okay, bro.
Like, you want some other stuff with the politics.
And for a fact it's not for lack of submissions either. For a fact that they were just like, nah, we ain't giving them nothing.
All politics.
Exactly, bro. Like, who the fuck is responsible for this bullshit? That's what I need.
I need to have a conversation with y'all.
It's like, bro, are you motherfucking deaf and blind? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, bro. The shit baffles me, bro. Like, I just be like I said, I'm on the case. Like, I watch award shows now, especially music award shows. I watch them for the performances.
100%.
Give a fuck about
that.
Yes, sir.
If the performance is dope, that call me when such and such is about to perform. I don't give a fuck. It's bullshit. I don't care. Like.
No, that's 100%. I watched the Game Awards to get angry and to see all the announcements for new games. I'm dead ass.
Announcements
so I got to find a way to exercise whatever anger I have. So I watch award shows.
I mean, Sephiroth showing up with big body though. That's the homie right there. Sephiroth. Bro, when I heard the music, bro, I was in the house.
Sephiroth.
Bro, that's the homie right there. That's one of my favorite villains, period. We talking anime, games, comics, whatever. That's that motherfucker, bro. I was like, all right, they put the homie in here?
Man. You hard when your most famous line of all time is, I will never be a memory. That's hard.
Hard. Like, you see how that man pulled up in the announcement? He kept Not even to start. He took out the main villain for he just came in. He's like, shling. And then he's like, no, I want the smoke. That's my kill. Like, what?
Man's is definitely top notch.
Crazy.
Savage. Serial, bro. He don't give a shit. He don't give a fuck, and that's why I fuck with him, bro.
That man goated for that.
I don't know about everybody else, but I like my villains to be true villains. Like, I don't need all this, like, yo, I need the energy to be completely fuck this and fuck everybody. With my, that's how I roll. I roll with people like him, the Joker, shit. I need the complete fuck everybody energy. Like I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm just doing this because nah, man. Fuck it. Fuck everybody else here. Fuck the superheroes trying to save it. I need that energy.
You need that carnage. You need that carnage.
Be a villain. Be a villain, bro. Don't. We ain't about the half-ass no villainy. I need your villain status to be you trying to be the GOAT. We ain't trying to be bullshit and be in our feelings. You a killer, bro. Fuck all this feeling shit, bro. You kill because you like to kill, but fuck all the. Ain't no reason to it. I just do this shit, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He said, "I want that Madara Uchiha energy. You just out here trying to end the world."
Why I fuck with Muzan, bro? That's ain't no reason.
I need to read Demon Slayer because I heard Muzan a whole type of beast.
Mans don't give a solid fuck.
Different kind of
I mean, a solid fuck, not one, bro. Straight, and he bringing the energy with it.
He's saying, "Annie, are you okay?"
Hey, it is what it is.
Were there any games announced that you were particularly excited for at the Game Awards?
Game announced? I mean, a couple of them had me lit, like especially Ghouls and Goblins, the remaster. I was like, yo, bruh, I've been playing that shit since it was on the classic consoles. I seen that shit. I was like, all right, Nintendo, you got my motherfucking attention.
He said, "I'll give you one real eye." That's what you get.
Got my attention. Cause Ghouls and Goblins was my shit. I'm a fan of the like, to me nowadays games are way too easy to play and beat. Shit like Ghouls and Goblins made you get up out the chair and throw your controller against the wall. Like, oh, this game, like shit like that. Toads, Contra, all them hard ass games where
you just one and done,
or just don't fucking play the game, bro. Like I like my games like that. I don't like this. Hey man, anybody can beat this fucking game. No, bro. Nah.
What about you, Frost? What was your big?
Well, if you know me, you know I fuck with Mass Effect. So Mass Effect won the Game Awards to me. Game of the year was Mass Effect. Game might not be out yet. They may have only shown like 2 seconds of a cinematic and said, "Hey, Mass Effect is coming back." That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
You said that is what will complete my heart.
Yes, sir.
Man was on go. As soon as he seen it, he was.
Said Mass Effect?
He said, "Damn." I would say for me the big one that I'm excited for would probably be Nier Replicant, and what was the other? Was it Scarlet Nexus? And Scarlet Nexus, the one that kind of looks like it's from the Code Vein universe. Those two look crazy.
Hopefully they live up to the hype, though, bro. That's the problem with a lot of shit.
Never know.
That hype be deadly.
Facts.
Cyberpunk just came out. Do we think it came up to the hype?
I mean, from what if you knock out the glitches and the bugs,
okay,
everybody I've seen like either review or make a post or make a tweet about it has never said nothing bad about the game besides the bugs and the glitches. Everybody else says the game is fire. So I guess it really did live up to the hype, and it better had fucking 8 years of waiting for a game. Like,
Yep.
bro.
Frost, as I'm pretty sure the only person in this PC who has actually played the game, what would be your big review takeaway kind of spiel for it?
Review takeaway to me, I really like it. I have no idea how much time I put in, but it's pretty hard to put down. So to me, that's a good game. I would say if you're into like Fallout and Bethesda games like that, this is very, very similar, just more, futuristic, more sci-fi, but it's that kind of game. So really buggy, but really fun. Lots of stuff to do, endless content, lots of side quests and shit. It's a good game, man.
Which is kind of wild to think about, because when you look at like Fallout 76, that at launch had huge hype, but when it released, stupid amounts of bugs, and that like destroyed Bethesda's reputation in the game. And then now you look at Cyberpunk, which buggy as hell, but it's such a good game that even with all the bugs on some anime protagonist shit, it is still rocking heavy with people.
Yeah, that's how you know you got a good game when it's
Mhm.
fucked up and it's still like I can play through this shit. Like it's cool. Like
Yeah, there's lots of
draw my
games like
guns.
that.
I don't even need a gun. I'll fuck you up with the hands. This is fun as hell either way.
Reminds me of Skyrim. If you played Skyrim at launch, especially on like PC, that was near unplayable with the bugs. Yet everyone was loving it the whole way through.
I'll find a way.
it's that fun factor, bro. Like I don't think people like as much as you could put in great graphical work and all the mechanics into a game. The shit doesn't have a fun factor and no good gameplay. This shit is just gonna bomb. Like that's just facts about it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's truth. And now we're getting into the new season of anime discussion. Diggs, have you been keeping up with the the fresh?
You know who the fuck you talking to?
Hey, let them know. Let them know.
Bruh, and I don't mean just to come at anybody's neck when I say this. It's not many motherfuckers.
Protect your neck.
Yeah, it's not many motherfuckers who be on anime like I do. Like, bruh, I don't. Most of the time, I don't turn the PS4 on the game. I'm watching anime. I'm not bullshitting when I tell people that. Like, if I ain't got to work, if I ain't got to go to school, if I ain't got to spend time with my girl, if I ain't writing a song, the shit I'm doing is watching anime.
Shut up. Yeah, man.
And as far as new shit, because I already know where the question is going. Like, what am I looking forward to? In the new winter season, it looks like it's gonna be from the shit I've seen. Bro, it's a whole bunch of season 2s or new seasons of something. So if you like the previous season of that, it's only right you'll be hyped for the new season of shit like Promise Neverland of reincarnated as a slime. Trying to remember everything. Dropping Log Horizon, World Trigger. It's a whole like if you've seen any of these season 1s, I don't see how you can't be hyped for season 2 because everything I just named, in my opinion, at least had a good or decent season 1. Especially when we get into talks of Promise Neverland and and another one, Dr. Stone. Those are my two I'm looking forward to the most. I want to see season 2 of Promise Neverland and season 2 of Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone was my shit when it dropped.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This season is just packed, man. Like all those anime you listed, and we even got Attack on Titan, of course.
Yes.
The final season.
Beastars.
Yeah, ReZero, Beastars. As far as movies goes, I think Evangelion is dropping the final movie. Like it's gonna be some shit, bro. And I'm like, I'm just here grabbing the popcorn and ready to get lit, bro.
That overrated and box.
Bruh, I'm telling you, I'll be on this shit, bruh. It's to the point that when I watch anime, especially since I've been watching anime for so long, it's people 20, 30 years older than me that be bringing up old school animes, bringing up shit from like the 80s and 70s of that. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. They be like, bro, how the fuck have you? I'm like, yeah, I've seen it, bro. Like,
He's like, I run the Gundams. I know about the OG Gundams.
Perfect example I can give you of what I'm talking about. I'm sure y'all know the anime. Fuck, what's it called? With the dude where he took his arms off and he had the sword. What's it called?
Noragami.
Yeah, no,
I didn't say Noragami. I'm bugging. Dororo.
Dororo. I'm sure y'all know that. I've actually seen the original Dororo, where the one that was made in the 70s.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a classic. No, that's Frost. That's a classic.
And when I told people that when Dororo popping like 2 years ago, I'm like, I realized this is a remake, right? They was like, what? I'm like, yeah, this is a remake. This is a reboot of the original Dororo. And they was like, get the fuck out. So look it up. And people looked it up like, bruh, what the fuck haven't you seen? I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm for the culture here, bruh. It's no jokes over here. It's 100%. No jokes.
Yeah.
But
a lot to be excited for.
100%. I am worried about one series in particular. Attack on Titan. Here's why.
I was about to say, I want to hear why.
Here's why. It's the final season.
Yes.
And from pretty much by and large, it's a monthly chapter. Almost every chapter is equated to close to an episode or two, right? Episode and a half, something like that. There's like 100 chapters between the ending of the previous season and the end of the series. Like, there's a lot of manga shit that happens.
Yes.
This season's not going to be 100 episodes. I think they said the season's 25.
But my thing is, look, I think they're gonna break the final season up just like how they had the third season.
Okay.
It's gonna be too. There's no way in hell they're gonna try to jam pack 122 chapters.
Yeah.
4 episodes. I think they're gonna make 2 parts. I think the first part is gonna be somewhat around until a point where like Aaron first. Let me not spoil.
No spoilers.
I was like, hey, you about to tell me?
I had no idea how quick you were about to get the server mute. No disrespect. I was about to he must be stopped.
That's why I stopped myself. All I'm gonna say is the first part probably gonna go up to where shit really gets lit, and then the second part gonna be like, all right, let's finish it off.
That might be the best move, because that's what I was big worried about. Like, I haven't even started the final season yet because I was like, I might just read all of it and then watch it so that I can be disappointed properly.
I feel you. But no, I think they're gonna break. I think they're gonna break it into sections. There's no if they try to jam pack all the pacing would be horrible. If
It'd be trash.
Pack all that shit in there, bro.
It'd be trash. It would.
So I think we ain't got nothing to worry. From the first episode alone, the pacing wasn't like jumpy as fuck. So I'm like, all right, that let me know. I'm like, all right, they probably gonna make 2 parts to this. There's no way in hell they're gonna throw this whole shit into one season and be like, hey guys, that was it. Have fun. See you next time. Like,
fair enough.
Yeah, let's look forward to, man.
And we left out one big name. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised Frost didn't lose his mind that we didn't bring up.
I had to let the room settle first before I bring it up. You know.
My bad. This is all you, King. This is all you.
Right.
Take your throne.
The Gintama movie is coming out as well in the next season.
Final one, right?
Yep. So I am a huge Gintama fan. So I am just extremely excited.
Yep. Gintama is shit. I love that goofy ass.
That's so good.
It is goated.
You are actually both of y'all actually the first people I know that are fans of Gintama. Everybody else I told to about that is on some. It's a little bit too goofy for me. I don't really fuck with it. It's like, all right, bro, move. Like,
keep pushing.
Yeah, Gintama is hard to recommend to people because of how it's kind of long. It's not like a lot of anime, and it kind of bounces around between goofy and extremely serious. And there's a bunch of references as well in it. Unless you've watched a lot of anime or just been around it for a while, that you might not catch as well.
Bro, when he tried to do the command in the episode, got me.
Bro, the Gintama episode, that is one thing that I also love about Gintama's humor. It is so Japanese.
Facts.
That whole episode with Gintama is just such a spoof off the name of the show, and it's a dick joke.
Yeah.
That whole episode is just one elaborate dick joke. I have an easier time recommending Gintama than I do JoJo's.
Yeah.
Because at least with Gintama, you have a base of explanation. If I try to explain JoJo's, it's
shit happens.
Immortal vampire, serial killers, a baby eats shit. And then people just look at you like, what the fuck was that sentence? And I'm like, it all happens, just accept it.
Yeah. Bruh, trying to explain JoJo's, I keep it plain and simple. It's the manliest shit you will ever see. These motherfuckers are brawling for no reason. Chin muscles are brawling, bro. I'm like, so if you like anything extra brawling and in your face for no reason, boom, watch it.
Put it in perspective for the fans watching, okay? Jotaro is built like bodybuilder DPS. Not joking. He is literally 6'3/6'4" and built like DPS in Japan, where the average height is 5'5".
Except he's 15 or some shit.
just to understand just how fuckity wuckity JoJo's is.
I just call it the manliest shit ever. Who brolic, bro? For no, like even women in that brolic, like, bruh. I'm like, this is some brolic shit, bro. Like,
bro, Jolene, she
bro,
diesel.
You ain't eating healthy watching JoJo. What the fuck are you watching it for? Like, go get your and your beats.
You gotta get your protein up, get your gains up.
Right? Gotta get that Spartan body. Gotta get ready.
A couple of push-ups, curl, bench press, some shit, and then watch the show. That's basically what.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. That is one of the biggest things that I will respect Dreaded Yasuke for. This man said, he goes like, listen, I have an at-home gym. Why? Because I watch anime, I get dumb hype, and my wife's like, take it somewhere else. So I go to my garage, I bust out some plates, I get rid of the hype, and then watch the next episode. And I'm like, yo, if I'd worked out between every anime episode I've ever watched,
might be looking a little different.
I would be Captain Yami. Like, I would just legit, like, I got the hair for it. Cigarette, I'd just be Captain Yami.
Yeah, bro, I thought he was lit like that when I first got introduced to him, and I seen the Saiyan arm on it. I said, this motherfucker ain't playing.
We got the Bardock armor in the background. See, we got another reaction today. I love that man. Yo, shout out to Dreaded Yasuke. That's a homie.
Anybody with the Saiyan arm and just chilling in the back, enough said.
That's different energy.
That's a conversation.
Enough said, bro.
All right, man. I think it's about that time. We're gonna get out of here. But is there anything else you want to tell the people before we go?
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I was planning to probably just knock this shit out, probably this week. But everybody knows I had like 3 or 4 ciphers planned, and the first one will probably be out on Christmas. Like, I just want to get people hyped for it. Probably.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna tell motherfuckers what it's about, which shows it'll definitely be out on Christmas. I just gotta mix everything and all.
Yo, I heard it here first. Confirmed. Diggz Da Prophecy is doing Santa's reindeer cipher. We got I Am Chris Craig as Rudolph. We got Blitzen and Doxson as Game Boy Jones and Daddy Fastnass. Diggz Da Prophecy himself is Lord Santa Claus. Mrs. Claus will be performed by Frost. It's gonna be lit. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe on Diggz Da Prophecy channel, youtube.com/Diggz Da Prophecy.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you said that.
I really would do a cycle like that. It won't give a fuck. That's just me though. That's just me though. But no, I want to drop a comment Christmas or right on Christmas. I haven't made up my mind yet. But everything still needs to be mixed. I still need to line up everybody's cipher verses and all that other shit, clean shit up. So it'll probably take me probably like an hour or 2 to do it.
I love this man. He said, I gotta mix, master, lineup. I still gotta get a sandwich, make some tea. It'll probably take me like an hour and a half.
Crazy.
It is, bro. Like, it is what it. I set my, like, I don't know about everybody else, but from recording for years, even before I started recording myself, I set up shit to where you can make your work flow, especially when it comes to the mixing and mastering part. Make it easier so you ain't gotta keep hashing the same shit over and over again. If you like certain mixes you've done before, if you like certain vocal effects you've done before, instead of same thing with A&V. When you do A&Vs, if you like certain effects you've done before, save your presets, bro. That way you don't have to cook these shits all over again. It makes your workflow hella fucking quick and easy to process. But I don't know if a lot of people do that. I know I do it. I'm like, I ain't got time to be redoing this fucking these goddamn. Especially if you constantly work with certain artists, like if you constantly do AMVs for a certain person, if you constantly mix a certain person's voice, you kind of know like their standards and the shit that they, or how they want to sound, or how they want their video to look. So why not save that as a preset for that artist so you don't have to redo the shit again? And all you have to do now is tweak it to the new project, like to the new beat. If you need to compress more beat is a certain way, or you need the EQ better to get it to fit in the pocket. You already have the base of what you normally do for that person. Now you just tweak. You ain't gotta fucking redo that whole shit and be there like, oh, fuck man. Like to me, it just makes sense. That's just me. Though.
I respect that. That's smart. Workflow makes you work more.
There you go. And when you get shit down like that, you can knock out verses in 2 hours.
Yes, sir.
All right.
But besides that, no, same old shit I always say to people, man. Like, yo, when it comes to this rapping shit, but do you rap about anime? But do you rap about, because I see a whole lot of, I'm tired of this dumbass fucking narrative. Like, just because you rap about anime, it's not real music, it's not fire. Bruh, I'm tired of this. Whatever you choose to rap about, just enjoy what you do at the end of the day, because no amount of money, no amount of fanship, or anything will make you love the music. You have to love what you do. If you're planning to jump into any artistic form, whether it's making music, whether you're drawing, whether you're dancing, you have to love it. Because if you don't love it, no matter how successful you get, it won't mean shit to you. It's just gonna feel like, yo, why the fuck am I still doing this? This, that, and the third, whatever the case may be. You have to have a true, undeniable love and dedication for the craft you choose to step foot in. If you don't, it's going to eat you alive, and you're just gonna be one of them people. If you become successful at it, you're just gonna be another successful mother.
True that.
Facts.
And that's all I want to leave people with. Like y'all always look at people like me, Breton, Rusted, Swabity, DPS, Fable, and all that. Trust me, some people care about the monetary, wasn't it? And that's what's up. I'm not hating on anybody who cares about the money that comes, because at the end of the day, it's letting you chill. It's letting you take care of your family. You don't have to get up and go punching on somebody else's clock. I understand. But at the end of the day, while these people love the money, I can guarantee you they love the process of doing this shit. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't do it as much as they did it or do it now, no matter the money they make, because it would just be a headache to them if they didn't love the process. So to any young fan out there, any inspiring artist, trust me when I say this, you need to love what you do. If you do not love what you do, then don't do it. That's not me trying to discourage anybody. That's just me just giving you facts. I don't want you to step into something and then later on you feel like, fuck this, because shit ain't going your way because you don't have 4,000 subscribers in 2 weeks or some bullshit like that. Stay dedicated. Stay dedicated to the shit you love. Keep making the music you make, even if it's rapping, making beats. If you do illustration, if you're an animator, whatever the case may be, it's gonna be hard times in this. No matter what, you have to love what you're doing. If you love what you do, it will never feel like work. It will never feel like a problem. You just gonna feel like you getting up to do shit that's fun. That's how I operated, and I'm sure some of the other artists operate like this too. I just want people at the end of the day to remember, like, yo, this is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be a drag on some shikamaru shit. You're not supposed to sit down and stare at the clouds and say this is a drag when you do this. You're supposed to be like, yo, word, I get another. Like, you should be happy to wake up and record another fucking song, or you get a chance to record another song. That's how you should look at the process of making music. It's fucking fun, bro.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Honestly, there's no better way to end it. So